The other thing I want to mention about Saturday night was the one-on-ones. Can we get there?
Yeah, can we talk about the Kyle Hamilton situation?
We have to.
Yeah, have to.
Yeah, so there's Kyle Hamilton got dragged through the mud after that a little bit. I saw some things on Twitter. In fact, he commented on it and he was like, dude, I'm getting destroyed on Twitter right now.
Yep.
And he had some issues in one-on-ones. He got beat by, was it Bridges?
Gaither.
No. The one over the top. I think that was Bridges, right?
Or was it Moore? It was one of the two.
I think it was Bridges. But either way, he got beat over the top. And then Gaither, do we have Gaither's first name?
Dude, I'm literally looking for that right now, and I cannot find. Oh, here we go. Bailey Gaither. That's the receiver that they just picked up, which let me just start there, Jimbo. Can I just, because that was the big play that was circling Twitter. I got, people reaching out to me like, already ready to write this guy off because he got beat deep against Bailey Gaither.
No. He got beat. He got smoked off the line.
Yeah, but
Remember,
then
he didn't even get touched.
Absolutely burned him as far as like no catch up. He wasn't getting
not at all. I mean, he wasn't close to him.
Anywhere near him. So everyone's ready to write him off, saying, this guy is a bust. First of all, Bailey Gaither made a hell of a play in traffic today. He's making plays out there. So let's not sleep on Bailey Gaither.
Splashing.
Yes, let's not sleep on Bailey Gaither.
Can you tell us who he is? Do you have some information about him?
Let's see. He's out of San Jose State. He's a rookie, young guy, 6 foot, 188. But let me just also say this. Harbaugh mentioned this. Apparently, this guy ran like a 10-4 in the 100 meters, and he's an absolute track star with speed. So can we cool the Jets a little bit on, tearing Kyle Hamilton a new one because he got beat by a track star in one drill with no pads on and no contact really allowed?
Yeah, no, to me, and Michael, to your point, I understand it's training camp. People are just bored. It's true. However, I'll say this. There's a narrative to be had here, but it's not about Kyle Hamilton. To me, it's about Bailey Gaither. I mean, Kyle Hamilton was in a situation he's not going to be asked to be in a lot of times, right? Like at the same time, we've seen him excel against Mark. We've seen him excel against Likely. We've seen him excel against some of these other guys. Even I think there was 1 or 2 engagements he had with Bateman. And then we saw another moment. You and I mentioned to you briefly during the Saturday practice where we saw his range. He came across the field and certainly would have been able to make a play on the ball. If it's live action, he would have, destroyed somebody, right? He did that at the time. But there's a lot of good moments from Kyle Hamilton. What I will say is that, like you said, Bailey Gaither, today we saw some hands. Mm-hmm. The dude has sudden quickness. Yeah. I mean, so shifty, so exact. Like I think somebody said, let's see here. Is this the play right here?
Yep, this is it. There he goes. I mean, anytime a DB gets a win in these situations, it's an impressive win. But you're talking about a safety.
To lose.
Yeah, and you're talking about a safety being manned up against a track star wide receiver. So, I mean, again, it's just one moment. Yeah, I'm sure he'd like to have played that better. But let's, anyway, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it.
Right. All I wanted to say is that keep your eyes out for 29 is my point.
Yeah, the dude's got wheels.
Yeah, and he's making plays because Glenn, you and I have talked about how they could potentially go light at receiver. And if they didn't go light, it basically winds down to them keeping one undrafted guy.
Yeah.
Maybe Benjamin Victor, but to me,
or definitely it could be a practice squad guy,
For sure. But all I'm saying is that certainly so far, keep your eyes out for this kid. That was my only point. It's not really about Hamilton because he's in situations he's not going to be in my opinion.
Don't get nervous because I'm here now.